Good evening, Professor Faiz.
Good evening, Dr. Mbarak. How are you doing?
Good. Fine, fine. Everything is fine, alhamdulillah. Good evening, dear colleagues, dear friends. On behalf of President Al-Alami and his staff, I am really thrilled today with such an affluent encounter because it's going to initiate a healthy demeanor in professional growth. Today, in a globalized world, English is deemed a lingua franca. Besides, it's a balcony on the world. Mastering English will endow you with great opportunities to network and work across countries and cultures. Mastering English will open more professional vistas for cooperation and gaining transnational leadership. Today, we would like to welcome you to English classes. We are so thankful to our English teacher, Professor Kamal Faiz, for his commitment and willingness to help in this noble mission. Professor Faiz, with nearly 2 decades of experience across the United States, Morocco, and France, he is a seasoned English language coach, keynote speaker, and a power skills training manager specializing in medical English for doctors and health professionals. His professional journey began with a master's degree of science in leadership and organizational change from Faith University in Charlotte, North Carolina in the States. Currently, as the founder and managing director of the English Solutions, he will find for us a solution. He offers personalized language coaching programs designed to empower healthcare professionals in Morocco and Europe with the linguistic skills and confidence necessary for effective communication in clinical research and international collaboration setting. I wish you all the best, dear friends, in your learning journey. Enjoy it.
Wow.
You have the Professor Faiz.
That's a lot for me, Professor Mbarak. Thanks a lot. Thanks, dear colleagues and dear friends from across our beloved country. Before I kick off the session today, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the community of cardiologists in Morocco and for gracing us this opportunity to provide you with this service of empowering you to be not only a global doctor, but to be highly competent and internationally competent doctors. Let me assure you that with discipline, we can, of course, reach our objectives. As agreed with the Moroccan Society of Cardiologists, we'll be having one shot every week of one session. And as far as I know, this group is a mix of doctors that they have different levels in English. Some of you haven't studied English for a while. Some of you are currently on continuous training English. So we will start from scratch. We will start from scratch. I know some of you are smiling now because like, whew, he's going to start from the basic level. But as we grow, as we go, we multiply and we reach for what we call the compound effect. After certain sessions, when we feel confident, then we are going to see some advanced case studies in cardiology. We're going to see some advanced vocabulary and also some advanced pronunciation. And without further ado and without losing much of your time, we're going to go straight to the point. Please, I give you the chance to mute and unmute your mic so you can ask or you can be interactive throughout the session. Of course, you have also the chat option. If you have any questions or something you need to ask and to participate, I would love to. I don't want to sound all the time speaking and people are just watching. It's a little bit strange. Donc, I would love for you to be more interactive. And if you are in a comfortable setting, I would love also for you to activate both your mics and your camera. This makes me feel more welcome. Okay. Let me talk to you briefly about the program. As I said, it's only 1 hour. I know you're busy, 1 hour every week. And in 2 or 3 weeks, we'll set up an online platform for you so you can do some complementary activities online. And these activities are connected to the target language that we are going to set up the guidelines live. And of course, if you have questions, you can leave them also all the time on the online platform. Good. Number two, probably every 4 or 5 weeks, we're going to be having some guest speakers. So we need to confirm that as well in the future, so they can talk to us about their practice from different countries. Hopefully from an English-speaking country, of course, since our target is to improve your confidence in not only to understand, I know some of you are understanding, but also to produce the language. As you know, language is about input and output. Is about input and output. Do not get frustrated about speaking without investing into the input. So don't say, I'm having difficulty speaking, it's challenging to speak, without spending an amount deal of effort and time into listening and reading. The more you invest in listening and reading, the more you'll feel confident speaking and writing. So we have passive skills and we have active skills. Do not get frustrated now about the active ones. We should invest more into the input, as I said. Let me share with you my screen. I hope you can see my screen over here. Can you see it?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sarah, Dr. Sarah. Your lifesaver. Thank you so much. What do you see here? Can you text? Can you just tell me what is here?
We see a photo of heart.
Of heart. Okay, good. Let me. It was a different one here today. What about this one? Thank you, Maha, Dr. Maha.
Check in a pulse, radial pulse.
Check in. Okay, so we have the verb to check the pulse. So the verb is to check the pulse. Check the pulse. If I want to learn vocabulary, I have to learn 2 or 3 or 4 words at the same time, not one word. So if I want to come up with the collocation, I say, check something. Check what? Check the pulse. When I say to provide, what word comes to your mind? Doctors provide what? Provide a service. Provide service. You're not manufacturing
care.
You're providing a service.
Care.
And when I want to talk about an exam, a blood exam or urine exam or something, I use the verb. I ask my
do.
Do. This is very French, to do or to run
Make.
an exam.
Run.
Run. So you run an exam, you run a blood test or you run urine test, whatever, breathing test, respiratory test, ECG test, whatever test. So to run a test, to check a pulse, and your job is to provide a service. These words, we call them collocations. They collate with others. The brain has the capacity to learn more than one word at the same time because it has the imagery capacity. So in the future, we are going to send you a list of medical collocations, means verb connected with some nouns, and you learn them in one shot. Verb plus noun in your practice. Let's get back to the photo here. So we have the verb to check the
pulse.
Okay.
Radial pulse. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the old ways. How do we check the pulse? We use our
Fingers.
Good. Let me share with you something. I will say, keep your fingers on the pulse.
Oh.
Your finger, sorry. If I say, dear doctors, dear Moroccan doctors, we need, with this continuous training in English, we need to keep our fingers on the pulse. What does it mean, in your opinion? Do we mean that all of us, we need to put our fingers here?
No.
So this is what? This is a metaphor.
A metaphor?
Adam.
Metaphoric?
Oh, bravo. So we have some initials. This is called idiom.
Idiom.
Pronunciation, idiom.
Idiom.
So we cannot learn English with a French mindset. We cannot learn English and we are thinking in French or Arabic or any other language. So when we think, we need to think with the target language. So our target language today is English. So I need to learn the language, but also I need to learn the culture of the language. So when I speak with colleagues and I say, you know what, these interesting trainings are important for me because I need to keep my fingers on the pulse, means I need to keep myself all the time
Concentrate.
updated.
Vigilant.
Yeah, updated. So to be continuously academically updated for publishing articles, for knowing the new technologies in practicing cardiologies or whatever. So in this context, we can say, I need to keep my fingers on the pulse. It is just reference to a level of awareness, a level of awareness. I should be conscious that I am learning, so we can optimize time and be in the present moment. So that's my friends, our first idiom for today's session is to keep
Our fingers,
On the pulse.
Good. So this program will help you to stay updated or help you to keep or have your fingers on the pulse. Each session, we're going to learn minimum 2 or 3 idioms. It depends on the process of the session. Why they are important? Because they are part of the Anglo-Saxon culture. That's why some people, they speak English, but if they are speaking to native speakers or they are in a medical congress and the natives are using idioms, most of our Moroccan people will be lost, We say, this is not the English I learned at school. It's different. So what we try to do, we try to bridge that gap between what is spoken with native speakers in terms of academic settings and between the material we are trying to develop for you in this program. Clear?
Clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, pronunciation in context. Pronunciation in context. So these are some statements. We have 4 statements. These statements we need to know, are they myths or fact? Fact, it means true. It means true or real. Or real. Thank you. The first one. Microphone, please. 1 second. Please, microphone. Okay. So the first one, young people don't get heart attacks. Is this a fact or a myth?
Myth.
Well, of course. So when we are sure, we say I. How can I express certainty?
I don't agree.
I
presume.
Can
we say I presume?
This is
I agree.
This is agree or not agree?
I don't agree.
we don't agree with that.
I don't agree.
Young people don't get heart attacks.
We don't agree. We don't.
I don't agree.
Disagree.
Pronunciation, I, this, S, not
Disagree.
Z. S, not Z. I, this,
Disagree.
I disagree. I disagree. 2, I lead an active style, so I'm safe. I have a good lifestyle. I'm safe.
Technically,
Not totally.
yes, but technically, yeah, but
Mhm.
technically, yes, but we still cannot be sure about that.
So
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Bravo.
Yeah.
It's not enough. So we can say I partially
Partially agree.
agree. So it's not 100%, but I partially agree. Good. 3, heart attacks and cardiac arrest are the same.
No, they're not the same.
They are not the the same. Absolutely, they are not the same. Certainly, they are not the same. Diabetics are safe from heart attacks with medications.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not, because they are risk factors to
Risk
cardiovascular
Yeah.
problems. Good. So I agree. I disagree.
Agree.
So you want to give an opinion? I agree. I disagree. Remember, I'm just starting from basic stuff. I cannot get myself understood if I'm not conveying my message the right way. And one of the challenges we have in English learning is the way we pronounce some words. If you say some word and I'm not understanding you, it means two things. The person who is pronouncing it is not well pronounced, or I don't have it well pronounced in my frame of reference. So we have to make sure that we get a correct pronunciation. Do not look for the accent. I need to have an accent, Irish, American, British. No, look for a correct pronunciation. You can keep your Moroccan accent, but you need to have a correct pronunciation. The first word, anyone can try?
Disability. Disability.
S. Disability. Someone with disability. Two.
Alarming.
L. Strong. Something is alarming. So it's an emergency. We can say this condition is alarming. Three, the verb.
Immunize.
Immunize. Immunize. Immunité. Voilà. Four.
Mood.
Mood. When you talk about mood, of course, we're going to be talking about hormones and stuff like that. Five.
Cope.
Cope. Bravo. Cope. And six.
Reassure.
Reassure. Bravo. You have noticed that we have some vowels, some vowels here, but they are not pronounced like the alphabet. So this is you, but here we say ooh, reassure, not you, reassure. No. So we have to take into consideration that the sounds, when we see them on the alphabetic list, are getting affected according to some positions when we speak. So they are not the same as in the alphabet list. And I will show you in a second what I'm talking about here. Let's continue with another list, but this list is connected to your practice. Anyone else? Can you try the first one?
Cardiovascular system.
So we have cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system. Don't check the R because the R is usually soft or silent sometimes before a vowel, before A or I or E or O. Number two.
Heart.
Heart. There's a huge difference between heart and hurt. Heart. Three.
Artery.
Excellent, because we have an R, and I said to you the R is really soft before a vowel. So don't look for the L. Don't say R. No. Artery. Four.
Vein.
Vein. Bravo. Vein. Five.
Capillary.
Good. Six.
Aorta.
So we have a vowel. So R is soft or silent. Mute. Seven.
Atrium.
Yes. Atrium or atria plural. Eight.
Ventricle.
And the challenging one is the last one. What is it?
Syncope.
It's called a syncope.
Syncope.
Bravo, Dr. Nazi. Wow. Challenge. Okay. Good. Syncope. And of course, you know, syncope is the state when people, they lose their consciousness or they faint. Faint. Syncope. Bravo. What else we have here? As you can see, this is my favorite way of listing the alphabet sounds according to their rhythm here. So don't try to memorize the classic way, A, B, C, blah, blah, blah. So try to memorize according to their rhythm, how they sound. The first group here, can you try?
A,
Mm-hmm.
H,
Bravo.
G,
Oh.
J.
not
We
J.
we have
J.
A, H,
J.
bravo, and
and K.
K. Wow, you got the same rhythm here. The second list is piece of cake. The second list is
A piece of cake.
Easy.
sorry if you are hungry.
Easy.
Wow, piece of cake. Remember, we have two
It
idioms
means
here.
easy.
Wow, it means super easy. So we have piece of cake and we have keep your fingers on the
On the pulse.
pulse. Means keep myself updated. And the second list is piece of cake, except this one, it is a Z. Americans, they pronounce it E, Z.
Z.
British, they pronounce it Z. Z. Let's go for this list here. Can you try this one?
I, Y.
Bravo. I, Y. Bravo. The French language, it is usually like this. We speak with our mouth almost closed. So we speak like this here. English is the opposite. You practice and you open wide here. The third one.
O.
Bravo. It's an O. Bravo. And this list here.
Q.
Mm-hmm.
U.
Mm-hmm.
And W.
And W.
W.
And W. Bravo.
W.
And the last one is
R.
it's an R. Okay. Can someone tell me or spell for me his first or her first and last name quickly? What is your first and last name? Can you spell it? You can say, hello, I'm Dr. Blah, and this is how you spell my name. Hello, my name is Kamal Faiz. It's Kamal Faiz. What about you?
My name is
Doctor.
Yeah? Try? Can you try, please?
Okay.
Let's go.
My name is Maha Ismaha Risuni. M-A-H-A
Mm-hmm.
R-A-I-S-S
Sarah, please.
C-C-O-U-N-I.
Okay. It's okay. Please make sure you are here. You don't do any other activity, please, or mute your microphone so the others can learn. Sorry, Maha, could you repeat?
Okay. M-A-H-A R-A-I-S-S-O-U-N-I.
Okay. Maybe you missed the I here. So it's very important to have this capacity. Microphone, please. So it's really important to have this habit to spell your names, especially in especially in the conferences or over the phone, or someone say your doctor who? What? Sorry, Abdrazak, Muhammad, Fatima. How do you spell your name? So you have to spell your name correctly. Is it clear?
Good.
How do you spell your name, Dr. Misbahi? Yeah? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Check the audio, please. All right, let's skip to something else. Learning about our body organs or body parts is really important. And I'm sure you are familiar with this slide. What do you see here? Yeah? Can you see my screen? What do you see on the screen?
Alarming saying that should bring patients to emergency for stroke.
For stroke. So we have alarming. Bravo that you are using. Very smart. Thank you very much, doctor, because you're using alarming. You are using the word alarming. So for this alarming, we are going to learn the parts of the body, and also we're going to learn the signs. The signs. Pronunciation. Signs. Signs. Excellent. Signs. And there is something common between these signs, which is the word
Sudden.
Bravo. Sudden. Sudden. It means not expected. Wow, not expected. Something happened.
Acute.
Wow, acute.
Suddenly.
Suddenly. So the acronym is really simple and piece of cake is fast. So it's an invitation to react quickly. Is to react promptly or quickly. So B for
balance.
The word balance. So if I am on the phone with my patient, he's on emergency, I check if there is some balance problem. So sudden loss of balance or coordination. Some people they call also vertigo or some balance. The second sign. Eyes. Wow, eyes. So for the eyes, we have a sudden trouble seeing or blur of the sight. So there is a sudden trouble seeing. F stands for face. For the face. So we can talk about drooping of the face or hemiplegic sign. A, we talk about the arm. Pronunciation arm, and as I said earlier, the A is a vowel, the R is soft or silent. Arm. So the patient, we can see the patient cannot raise or move his arm. S is for
talk, speech.
Wow, speech. So the patient is having, we can notice the patient is having trouble speaking, or when he speaks, you cannot understand exactly what he's saying. So at this time, immediately you are running against the clock. To run against the clock. So let's repeat. We have 3 idioms so far. Can you remind me of the 3 expressions or idioms for today?
To keep our fingers on the pulse.
Bravo. Number 2?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. And number 3?
Run against
the clock.
Runs against the clock. I think we are all having these signs in Casablanca as I'm speaking. So we are all the time running against
the clock.
Against the clock. So people who lives in this city, particularly, talking what I'm talking about. We're always running against the clock.
Can we say also running out of time? For the same
Sure. If you say, you can say run out of time. Wow.
For the same purpose. Okay.
When we talk about, we say run out of something, I used to have it, but now I don't have it. I give you example. You come home, you say, Kamal, can I have, for instance, orange juice, for instance. So I reached for the refrigerator. I look, I'm sorry, we ran out of oranges, for instance. So in my mind, I had it, but now I see it's not anymore there. So run out of something means I had it, or I used to have it. Now it is gone. It is gone. Run out of something. It's to run out of time or run against. So you made it 4 idioms now. 4 idioms now. Keep your fingers on the pulse. Something piece of cake, super easy. Run against the clock or run out of time. So we have 4 advanced idioms so far. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. This is a process. And I'm not going to show you the process of angioplasty. No,
balloon.
I'm not going to show you because you know how to do this. But we're going to give you some basic language, how you can present it. How you can present it. Wow. So when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we talk about what? We talk about different
Process.
bravo.
Steps.
Process.
Steps, different
Steps.
steps.
Wow, we talk about
They-
process or steps.
Process or
So in communication, we say
Steps.
sequencing words, sequencing vocabulary. When I present, I have a panel of doctors or professors. This professor will go first, a second will go there. I have a process of activities on my agenda. I have a process of activities during my week, my congress, my roundtable. So I need to have some basic language that will help me move and present the process or the sequences. All right. So we have here number 1. How can we start the process? What can we say?
build up.
You want us to read?
Mm-hmm.
Build-up of cholesterol partially blocking blood flow through the arteries.
So we have a build-up. Build-up. Build-up is a noun, a build-up. So this cholesterol fall from the sky one night on this patient.
No.
No.
And you wake up and we find this cholesterol blocking the artery. No.
No.
It is what? It is
It's an
Something
ongoing
progressive.
ongoing.
ongoing process.
It is a build-up. It is a build.
Build up.
Okay. Somebody is, for instance, overweight, type 2 diabetes. He's not just get up, go to bed, and the next morning obese and diabetes. No, it is a build-up of some bad habits or some whatever. So number 1, we are going to
Describe.
describe, yes, or to, because before we implement the stent, first we need to make sure that this artery
To visualize.
visualize or diagnose or see or check.
Yeah,
So this is number
1.
the process. How can I say number 1 in the process in English? Very simple.
First step.
First
First step.
things first.
First thing first.
Or first of all. No?
Ah, bravo. First of all. Very simple. So you are away from the first level, which is first alone or firstly, and you can say 3 words. First of all. Good. The second part of the process, what we say? Mm-hmm.
After visualization of the plan.
Bravo, we can say after or after what?
After that.
After that. Exactly. After that, we're going to, the verb is to
put or to insert. To insert.
Bravo. To insert. Pronunciation.
To
insert.
Insert the stent.
So the check, insert, insert. But insert here plus preposition into, not
into.
So okay, we have a tube. Let me show you. Do you see? Can you see me? You see me? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a tube here, and if we put something here, we put it in. But if we deeper here around, we can use the preposition in.
We don't see. We don't see what you're doing. You're drawing.
Do you see me here on my camera?
No,
No?
no, still the image of the
Okay,
first,
I will
of
show
the
you.
fourth step.
I will draw here. Do you see the tube here?
Mm-hmm.
So if
Yeah.
I put something down here, it is in.
In.
But if I continue deeper, it is
Into.
into. Bravo. So if you want to check, for instance, if we want to apply endoscopy or fibroscopy or something, we insert the tube into. For nephrology, if we want to do the double G sound, we insert it into, not just in, not just in. Clear?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. 3. So we have, first of all, after that, 3.
Then.
Okay, bravo. Then, very simple. And?
Finally.
Finally. At least, at last.
Yeah.
At last or finally.
Sarah, you heard it before, but I will make sure you get it right. So we can use last, but not
least.
Not
Not
least.
least.
Yeah.
So I prefer this one, or to wrap up. To wrap up. So these are better than the aggressive word finally. Finally. So last but not least, last but not least, or to
wrap up.
Wrap
To
up.
wrap up, like to wrap and leave.
Yeah, like to wrap a gift or something.
Okay.
Or people, they make sandwich, they use a wrap also for food. So the four sequencing words are very simple. First of all, after that, then, last but not least, or to wrap up. So this will help you to talk about a process of not more than 4
sequence.
Or 4
steps. Or
4 steps. Good. So just please remember, for medical terminology, this is a build up. A build up. Wow. A build up of something, of cholesterol, of course. Let's get to the language. Language is important for us now. So let's put it together here. Can you read the first sentence? Can you?
Past 7 in the morning.
Yes, Dr. Shrakal. Wow. Can you read?
It's 7:30 in the morning. Dr. John is in his new car on his way to the cardiology department.
Excellent. It's 7:30 or 7:30 in the morning. Dr. John, sorry, John is like this. Dr. John is in his new car on his way to the cardiology department. So here what we have in the morning. Is he
Preposition.
in his new car on his way to the cardiology?
Preposition.
So it means what? It means if I want to maintain good fluency and accuracy in my language, I need to control or have a good understanding of how to use correctly the preposition. It makes sense. So I don't want to talk about something and I do mistakes on prepositions. Remember, when we talk about in the morning, morning is big part of the day, so we use in for things that are big chunks of the day. In his new car, this car, do you think it's a public transportation or is his personal car?
Personal car.
So when we talk about personal cars, we use in, but when we talk about public transportation that is big, like the bus, like the train, like the plane, we use on.
Okay.
We use on. Let's go for the second sentence. Can you read it, please?
So he is
So he is driving to the
cardiology
cardiology department, meaning that he is
meaning that
driving
he's
now.
driving.
Dr. Mwadiri, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but a taxi is a public transportation. Even so, we say in a taxi.
Why? It's a good question. I wanted to do it for next week, but now you caught me here. Usually, Dr. Zakia, when we can walk on a public transport, that's why I say train, I said plane, and I said
Bus.
Oh, right.
Mm.
So if you can walk in the public transportation, you don't say in.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay.
Mm.
Good reflection, Dr. Zakia. Sorry, Dr. Muadili.
So he is driving to the cardiology department, meaning that he is driving now at the time of speaking.
Wow. John is in his new car. This is, which tense is this one? Is.
Present.
Well, that's
It's the
present.
present.
Wow. But when we say he is driving, we are talking about an action.
Present continuous.
It's an ongoing action.
He is driving. He is driving.
It's at the moment. At the
We are
moment.
talking.
Yes. The doctor, yeah, we can say the doctor is, for instance, the doctor is
Present.
yeah, we can say the doctor is operating his patient at the moment. So we are talking about something that is happening the time we are speaking.
Right now. Yeah.
Right now. So to do so, we have to keep in mind some signals. Like what? Like right now. Like now. At the
moment.
At the moment.
So these are famous signals. When I see them, I know that I am in the present continuous, or using the verb to be plus the verb in the ing form. Driving, he is sleeping, I am speaking, they are working.
Eating.
So this tense, we use it to talk about something's happening as we speak.
We're speaking.
Wow. Let me show you some other context where we can use, or we need to use, the present continuous here. Dr. Sabani. Jim
and John are residents of cardiology, and they are having
they are having a sandwich
in the cafeteria.
John
says, I'm writing an interesting article on supraventricular tachycardia.
Thank you so much. So Jim and John are residents of cardiology, and they are having a sandwich. When are they having a sandwich? When?
They are having at the moment.
At the moment, or right
now.
Right now. John says, I am writing an interesting article on supraventricular tachycardia. When is he writing the article?
Nowadays, but not actually now.
Not actually or not currently?
Currently.
Bravo. So actually, not like French, it's not like actuellement. So actually means in fact. In fact. So when you want to talk about fact, you can say actually. But if you want to talk about but if you want to talk about now, you can say currently. Currently. Bravo, thank you. So I am writing an interesting article. It's not at the moment, because at the moment they are having a sandwich. But this is what we call it an open time. It is an open time. If I say to you, I'm reading a book, this is my project, but I'm not currently, at the moment I'm speaking to you, I'm not reading a book. But my project at the moment, I am reading a book. Can you tell me some of your examples? What are you doing now as a project?
Learning English.
Learning. Good.
Yeah. Learning English is currently. Tell me about something that has to do with an open time, a project that you are working on. I know it's difficult to talk to our Moroccans about projects, but let's go. Let's say. Are you preparing any certification? Are you reading
Yes.
a book?
Mm.
Hmm? Are you learning about a concept or something, new pathologies? So these are things, or publishing an article. So these things are, we call them open projects. In an open times, we use just the present continuous.
Continue.
Yeah. So when we finish 3 or 4 sessions, you will say, oh my God, to write and to speak and to talk and to, I need only 3 or 4 tenses that I need to control in English. But why in high school and university they taught us this and this and this and that, and they confused us. So we become really stressed about learning. Learning does not happen with stress. Overwhelmed. So learning happens with the anxiety is down. If the anxiety is down, your resistance is down and you feel fine. If you feel fine, you can absorb and you can learn. But if you come and you are tense and stressed and you won't optimize your strategy of learning. Is it clear?
Yes.
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 All right. Here are some 4 situations with the same tense, but with different reasons. I repeat, we have 4 situations of the same tense, the present continuous.
Yes.
But each situation, it refers to a certain reason why we are using this present continuous here. Let's see here. Here. Can you read? Let's go, Maha. Can you read?
Okay. Our junior cardiology residents are working hard this term.
Okay, Dr. Maha. Are they walking or working?
Working.
So the moment you say walk, in my
Walk.
mind, you talk about what are you doing on Monday? I'm working in Marif. In my mind, you are on Monday, people they go to the clinic, to the office, and your job is to you are working. Oh, I'm working. Okay, so
Working.
Working. So our junior cardiologists are working hard this term. So why we are using the present continuous here? Why? What is the reason?
I think something usual.
Nowadays.
Okay, or it's piece of cake. Our junior cardiology residents are working hard this term.
It's an ongoing action.
Yes, ongoing, but for how long?
It's continuous.
For how long?
For a term, for
Yes, for term. So
for term.
Yes, for term. So this term is
A position.
Yes, is
Define
some
period.
month, some
yes. So it's not all the time.
all the time.
Ah, wow. So what is this?
It's not always.
Not all the time. Wow, not always, not all the time. So this is just a specific activity. Usually they
For
don't
a time.
but wow, it's limited with time. So if we are talking about something limited that we are working on as a project or studies or whatever, and it is limited with a time frame,
Yes.
we can use the present continuous. The second situation, can you read, Dr. Shahara? Oh, let's go, Dr. Sabani.
The hemodynamic condition of the patient is getting better.
Wow, is getting better. So the continuous is form is
Getting. ENG. Yeah.
Why we are using here is getting better? What is the reason?
Action in progress.
Yes.
So we talk about progress.
Yes, there is progress.
So we're talking about progress. So if we are talking about a progress, we need to use the present continuous. Okay, let's skip and go to the third example. I don't see your name, but I hope somebody can. Can anyone please read?
I'm living with other residents until I can buy my own apartment.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Modi. I'm living with other residents until I can buy my apartment. So again, here we are using the present continuous. Why?
Because
Limited
I think
action.
limited in the time.
Bravo,
Time,
limited,
yes.
and it is. I'm living with.
Still happening.
Yes, and it is what? It is.
It's still happening.
It's still happening, yeah, but.
It's just for a little time, not for.
Bravo, just for a little time. So this is, we call it something that is temporary situation.
Temporary. Oh,
Yeah, temporary.
Sometimes we don't have a place where we put a patient. For instance, the clinic is full, and you keep him for extra hours at this specific room, at the ICU or something. He's not supposed to be at the ICU. ICU, what is ICU?
Intensive care.
Intensive unit.
Intensive care unit.
Yes. Intensive care.
Dr. Nazi, he sits down, and when it gets complicated, he gives us the right, that's a good strategy. Wow. It's intensive care unit. So he's not supposed to be there, but you can say, okay, we're just leaving him here because this situation is just temporary. The free other rooms. Good. The fourth,
Limited in the time.
temporary. Wow. Let's go for the fourth situation. I'm having
dinner with an interventional cardiologist from the United States tomorrow.
Why are you using the present continuous here?
Because it's a plan. I'm planning to do its project, or
it's a project. It's a plan.
Bravo, Dr. Hamid. Bravo, Dr. Professor Mustafa. It's a plan, because this I'm having means if you call me tomorrow morning, bravo. If you call me tomorrow morning, sorry. Why? I'm having a plan. I'm having this dinner. This is plan. I'm having dinner with an interventional cardiologist from the United States. When? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So usually we use I'm having for a plan or schedule in the future, but we need a signal, a time marker or signal. Can you give me some future time markers or future time signals? We can say tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or?
Next time.
Next time is not specific, but it's okay. Next week is better. Tomorrow.
Next week.
Yes.
Something about the future, a word for the future.
Next month, no?
Wow, wow. We can say next month or
No,
next
month.
Next month.
Month.
So open your mouth. I'll see you next month for a follow-up. I'll see you next month for a follow-up. So tomorrow soon is not specific. Yeah. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and also we can use preposition in with future, in plus future.
In 2 days, in
Bravo, in 2 days, in 4 weeks.
Yes.
When do you usually do the follow-up with your patient? In 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or it depends?
It depends.
It depends.
It depends, yes.
Finish. It depends
on their state.
On the state of the patient.
Bravo. Remember, it depends on, not of. Depends on. Depends on something. Good. As you can see here, every time we are speaking, we need to use on, in, at, this and this and that. And if you pay attention, close attention, we'll prepare some activities connected to your practice with these prepositions. 4 or 5 weeks, I can guarantee you're going to eliminate this headache out of your mind of prepositions in English, especially in, on, and at. Let's have a quick recap about the idioms we have learned today. Can you refresh my memory?
It's a piece of cake.
Piece of cake. You are hungry, Dr. Maha? Good. You're just talking about, you're making me hungry now thinking about something sweet. Okay, piece of cake. What else?
Run out of the time.
Run out of the time and
yes.
Keep our fingers on the pulse.
On the pulse.
And run against the
O'clock.
The clock.
The
The
clock.
clock.
Run
Oh,
against
awesome.
the clock. So we are running
The
against
clock.
the clock, as I promised you. So I'm not going to take more than 1 hour of your time. Do you think you will be here next week, the same place and the same time?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Yes, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yes,
Inshallah.
inshallah.
I'm just
Inshallah.
stressed, you know, a little bit.
We
So
will.
okay, good. So
We
when
will.
thank you. So when we if we are meeting, of course, and we set up this habit, believe me, progress belongs to people with discipline, not with intelligence. We have a lot of people intelligent in our country, but they're just crossing their legs in front of their screens at the moment. But what we are lacking is consistency and discipline in our.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dr. Sarah. And I'll do my best. We can say I'll do my best to be up to your standards. Each one of you is unique. Each one of you has his own learning style. So bear with me. Give me some time so I can get to know some of you. Thanks a lot for sharing the screen, sharing the camera, Dr. Maha Risuni. I remember the last name. I remembered Zakia, Zakia, T probably. I remembered Sabani, of course, and someone else who was participating. Thank you so much for making it interactive. And of course, without mentioning our long friend, Professor Abdulhamid, it's such an honor to have him with us, supporting young generations and supporting the programs for continuous training for our beloved Moroccan cardiologists. You know, your position are not just about learning. Our position is all about the diplomacy of the country as well. So you're from each one of us, from his position, is doing something for himself, but also for his career and also for his country. And stay united and stay connected. We'll improve, inshallah. Any questions, or feedback before we finish?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Anything you want to say?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
See you
you.
next week then.
Next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faiz, for this course.
Mr.
Thank
Faiz.
you.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Okay, thanks so much, Badia. Thank you so much. So next week, the same place, same time, Dr. Nazi and Dr. Muin, next week, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Next week.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Thanks a million, Professor Faiz, for this.
It was touching base. We get to know, I need to get to know the team. And
Yeah,
then
sure.
step by step, we're going to customize every
To
trade
improve.
for their own need.